Ooh. All right, run that again. I guess we hop right into the intro, right? You good? Well. Say I'm live now. We all good. All right. We live. All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend, and with me, as always, is my beautiful co-host, called Girl Six.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today?
You trying to hide that big ass wine glass?
I was just doing a little toast.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
To a good evening.
To a good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Foxhole. That wine glass was full 37 seconds ago.
So how y'all doing out there?
What's happening? How y'all doing? We good? Y'all can start lighting up the chat because we're going to go ahead and get busy.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, love of my life.
Yes.
I want to talk about how a coworker and a colleague of mine named Chris, he on my shit list.
Why he on the shot list?
So Chris asked me if I wanted something for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You think that'd come from a nice person, right?
Yeah.
Chris went to Zaxby's. You know, Zaxby's one of the few fast food places I eat from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do Jesus Chicken. I do Zaxby's. Maybe one or two other places, but for the most part, that's all I do. Jesus Chicken and Zaxby's, right? I tell them, let me get the wings and things. You know what I mean? Get the whole smorgasbord. You know what I'm saying? Easy day.
See the girl Tom smack. Okay.
Say no. Let me tell you. If you had to go get me a wings and things right now, I said, baby, I need a wings and things. Hit me. What kind of wings you give me, baby?
I'm getting you bone-in wings.
Because you know how I feel about
Yeah.
large nuggets.
Yeah.
How I feel about bootleg General Tso's chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So your boy Chris comes through and brings it to me. Don't say nothing. And then another guy I work with, John, he in on it. Me and him got the same thing. But he 5 feet tall, so he eat toddler food. This son of a bitch got me some damn boneless wings.
Boneless
Nuggets. Big ass nuggets.
I would pay to see the expression on your face.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, everybody in the office knew that me and him wasn't cool no more. Like, he might not make it to retirement. Like that.
Chris.
It ain't safe, Chris. It ain't. It's on site. Like, that's on site type shit right there. Like boneless wings. Boneless wings, my guy. I am a grown man. I'm not eating no nuggets.
Chicken.
What part of what? How do a wing look like that? You ain't about to hit me with the Canadian bacon. That shit really ham. Nah, bro. You ain't hit me no fake wings. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna tell you one of the most sus things I ever said about meat in my entire life.
What?
It always tastes better with a bone in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you think about it: chicken, steak, lamb, all that shit here harder with a bone in it.
I can have my lamb either way, you know, as long as it's lamb.
That's because you're a woman too. It's a school. You
got
can eat
nothing
whatever
to
you
do
want.
with
You
it.
can eat whatever you
I
want.
don't have nothing to do with that.
We already know, like, your food taste is very bisexual in nature because you'll eat drums or flats. You don't got you uncouth and unruly.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah, you uncouth and unruly. I remember we had to set those boundaries in our life when we go get wings somewhere or something like that because
Yeah.
you'll come straight in with the go for a drum and I looked at you like
You did. I was
I'm
wondering,
up like, hey, get your dick off the table.
Aren't you supposed to eat flat? No, I ain't supposed. I'm
Nah, I ain't
supposed to
say
eat
you. I said you gonna
whatever
eat these flats.
on my plate. That's what
Nah,
I'm
you gonna
supposed
eat
to
these flats. You know what I'm saying? Lipstick all in the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
This and that. But yeah, so Chris got me. So anybody if y'all hop in the comments and Chris might be watching this, might not be watching this.
Chris.
You know I'm on his ass, but I just want y'all to go ahead and tell Chris that he going to hell. Everybody tell Chris he going to hell about these boneless
I ain't
wings.
trying to cast his soul.
Man, he done already sold his soul a long time ago.
Over wings?
Oh no, there wasn't wings. He didn't give me wings.
Over
He got
chicken, over
nuggets.
large chicken nuggets.
He got me bootleg General Soul's from Zaxby's. No, bruh. No, and nothing good deserves to happen to him anytime soon. He got to wear off this bad karma right now.
Oh my God.
I'm done with him. Boneless wings. In fact, while y'all in the chat, anybody listening in the chat, how you feel about boneless wings? And we about to just see how you feel. Maybe you on Fox side where it's like, all right, I'm eating. Maybe you on my side where you understand that it's sacrilegious and you believe in God.
What?
Or maybe you just a flat out demon worshiping communist that
Lord, you
believes
gonna call him a communist?
demon worshiping communists eating boneless wings. There you go. So you know what? I ain't even gonna harp on that because you know I don't want my karma to go to trash talking about boneless wings and sacrilegious things. We ain't gonna do that because this ain't a religious podcast, so we ain't gonna sit here and talk about the devil all day.
No.
Anyway, your boy Nick Cannon hot right now. We heard about Nick?
Nope. Tell me about him.
Nick on like baby number 8 or 9 right now.
Okay.
Wow, he talking about repopulating the earth.
Son.
Did he?
Yeah.
So
He just lost a son.
he got like 8 kids. Like he got like the gambit of these kids really run within a 2-year period. Like I'm talking about like every quarter he get him a new one.
Corner everybody a little raw. That's kind of that's a little disturbing.
That's a little dangerous. So apparently he got health issues or something like that. But he's saying it's to repopulate the earth and this and that and all this stuff. But last time I checked, man, we almost like 8 billion people. We ain't hurting no population.
He want to repopulate. I don't want to say.
You can't even say black because ain't all of them girls ambiguous.
No, it's not even about black, really. I mean, it's from his seed anyway. However, it's just about repopulating, hopefully, people that's going to be doing something positive in their life, who's going to be of value here on this earth instead of
This is my big issue with it, right?
what we got now in this world.
This is a big issue for it, right? So I am cool with a whole lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm my ex-wife just sent me something on my son's tablet, on Titan tablet, that just made me tad bit perturbed. Like we're gonna talk about that after the podcast. I'm just trying to keep it rolling. But so my thing is this: he's trying to repopulate the earth, all this stuff. But I think a lot of dudes took it hard, right? So like B Rabbit, she had hopped on the chat. And she hopped on something. She back on social media, so she was talking and like a bunch of dudes, and she was saying, and she just made the point, or somebody made the point that like, yo, you can't properly father all them kids. From the standpoint of, and I understand where she was going with it because it's not about that he can't provide for them, but being a father is a lot more than just throwing a check at somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 8 kids, that's spreading yourself real thin. 8, 9 kids in different households.
Okay, well, are they all 8 different households?
Yeah. No, 7 different households because he got twins by Mariah. He got twins by Mariah, so they don't need no financial help. They good. Mariah doing better than him, and she got a billionaire husband or something. But them other 6 kids, it's like you spreading yourself thin. 6 different households to get to, and they all within a 2-year period. Some birthdays going to lapse, school time's going to lapse, graduation's going to like overlap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So really, what she was saying, and that I agree with, is that it's not so much that you can't be a father outside the home, because I'm a father outside the home, right? But I know that there's no way in the world that you could say I'm as effective with my children that aren't in the house as I would be if they were in the house. Yeah. Now, I am effective. You know what I'm saying? I am a good dad, in my opinion, right? Like, so what you think? You think I'm a good dad?
I think you're a good dad.
You should have said great. Now I don't think I'm that good.
I was going to say great, but I didn't want to toot your horn, so I was like, let me just
You talking about dadding. We ain't talking about, I ain't tell you that. Tell them about the death stroke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say we talking about dadding. Pop games.
Over.
But no, so I understand what she's saying, because a lot of dudes was like getting offended, saying like, oh, well, I provide for my kids and I do this, that, and the third and everything else. And it's like, it ain't about that, dog. It's not saying that you're not an effective father, you're not a good father. Ain't nobody saying you ain't shit.
So why were the men mad?
So she was saying that the men was mad in the chat, and I wasn't in the chat, but then I saw another chat where it was like this, where dudes was like, no, that's the right way to do it. And he's spreading his seeds and he doing this and that. And as long as he can afford to take care of them, that's all that matters. And I'm like, but it's a lot more than money.
So they're missing the point to where you have to be in a present father, right? Yeah. You can't be, an internet dad. You can't be overseas dad. You can't be, on birthdays and holidays dad, or whenever I can dad. Your presence in that child's life, because it's going to mean so much more to them than any amount of money, because they don't see the money anyway. They don't see the money. They think it's coming from mama.
They keep it a buck. They don't think that money comes from you anyway. You baby mama out there lying.
That's what I just said. They think it come from mama. All they know is mama, and that's what they see. So I do agree with that. But I do see, especially I think the last, his last son that he just lost, I think they kind of put things in perspective for him. Like, hey, I have this to do. I have this audience to run. I have this show, but I need to be here with my family. And he took that time out to be with his son before he passed. And I think that right there kind of put everything in perspective. I think he's going to be doing a lot more of that with his kids. Hey,
go make more kids?
No, I'm just saying, hey, bring me my kids. I'm going to take more time off than what I would normally do.
But the crazy shit about it is, like, also, too, he got to keep working at a high level because you got to provide. Once you get them used to a certain lifestyle, you don't want to drop off, too, talking about, oh, well, they'll understand I'm spending more time. No, Nick, you don't get to drop off.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be tough for him, but I think that he is going to position himself to where he's able to do so. He already able to do so now.
Well, I get it, but what I'm saying is like, you got 8 kids say you got 8 kids, or 6 of these kids is within a 2-year period. Some got to overlap. So which kid do you pick?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the stuff like that where it's like, damn, okay.
Can't be in 2 places at one time. Yeah.
It don't matter. You had a private.
Charlie got a hockey game. Brandon got a basketball game. What's up? I don't know if they're in the same season, but anyway.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Don't even worry about it. But I'm just saying, it's like one of them got, you know what I'm saying? It's like he got basketball. She got volleyball. You know what I'm saying? This one got track or something like that. And then it's like, football, how you break it up? And it's like, yeah, you can fly, you can make it, and you can afford it. But it's like, that runs your funds even lower because you splitting the difference instead of having them in the same house. Like if he had 8 kids in the same house, like Nick Cannon, 18 kids in the same house, run it.
Yeah.
But I think we just, as men, especially since the tides are kind of shifting or whatever, but as men, I think we honestly got to admit that when we outside the house for my kids, we're not as effective. Yeah. I think any parent just is going to have to admit that if you're not in the house, you're not as effective. Yeah, you can do the phone calls. Yeah, you can do the FaceTime. Hell, I FaceTime my 8-year-old 97 times a day. You see how he bully my phone.
Yeah, there's nothing like going through the growing pains of being there for that child.
Yeah, it's one thing to say something on Facebook. It's one thing to do a little something on FaceTime I'm in or whatever. But it ain't nothing like when my son's here or my daughter here or something like that. And it's like, you know what I mean? I'm going up there. It's just sitting there being around, just being in their presence. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like any relationship. Like me and you all the time, we ain't got to sit there and be like talking each other ear off. But it's just like just being around each other, right? You know what I'm saying? Just counts as something where it's like, all right, cool. Because it's like, yeah, because even if you know I'm not like, I'm not engaged or I'm not mentally present or something, if I'm in there reloading ammo, if I'm building rifles, I'm doing anything or something like that, if I'm cutting a tree down in the back, you know I'm home. You know that if you need me, I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sense of comfort to be like, hey, baby, right there. Like I know, like if you in there cooking or you clean or you doing something with the girls, I know you right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you right there in the house, you're home or you're coming home. Not I don't know when the next time I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
Because realistically, think how hard a long distance relationship is. And a long distance relationship is. Period. Now you're talking about having a long distance relationship because like. Hell, it felt like a long-distance relationship when we didn't live in the same city.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? When we was 45 minutes away, we hitting the highway to see each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? And now I ain't got to go too far, about 14 steps, and I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I just wanted to get that clear about from that standpoint where I think, like, dudes just got to realize, like, you're more effective in the house.
Yeah, you are.
So it's not taken from you saying you can't get it done. But you can get it done better.
Not only that, too, they really have to think, too, just because you're going to spreading your seeds and doing all of that, right? And whether or not you can provide for them and also not be there or be there, that impression that you have on that child, that is going to be paramount in how they are going to behave.
Yeah.
In their ideas about what a relationship is supposed to look like.
Yeah, and so this is all I got to do.
They grow up, yeah, they're going to think, oh, well, my dad was only here, so I'm good.
As long as I go make enough money, I throw some money at him, I'm good. I'm a dad.
And they're going to miss that. They're going to miss the importance of being there. So I think that even though he has this busy life, this busy schedule and all that, like I said, I think that this last passing of his son, I think that's kind of going to change that. But I do think that he still needs to kind of let them know that, try to do something, even though, hey, the kind of do what I say, not as I do type thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, hey, I'm doing this, but this is not, it doesn't take the place of me actually being there. It doesn't take the place of, so when you grow older, for those of his kids who's old enough to know this message, they're able to take that to heart. I'm like, okay, well, I have to be there. He wasn't able to be there because of XYZ, or he could have been there because of XYZ. This is what I need to do.
Yeah, so, and just the point to drive home with that is like, dude, some people are saying it, but I'm as a father who's not in the home with all my children, I will tell you that I would walk through hell barefoot to have all my kids under one roof. Absolutely, I walk through hell barefoot. Anybody who know me know how I feel about my kids. Everybody even know who my favorite is. Everybody know type my favorite. It just is what it is. But you ain't supposed to have favorites. That's what people who ain't got kids say. People who ain't got kids also say it's wrong to say fuck them kids, but they ain't got kids, so I don't really want to hear that shit, right? But I would love to be in the same household, and I would be more effective, right? Like I have been as effective. I have tried to be as effective as I can be. There's always room for improvement, but I think there's no comparison to being in a home with your children.
No comparison.
So I think that's my only thing about Nick Cannon. I'm not saying that Nick Cannon ain't making more money than I might ever see. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that won't be the case, but you know what I mean? He's making good money.
Ranks. Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's making great money, right? Maybe one day we'll make that money. Maybe we won't. You know what I'm saying? He's making a hell of a lot of money than I have ever seen. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't everything. And I mean, obviously, people could always say, you know, that's broke people talking, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, y'all feel that way, but how about everybody else? All right, cool. But I just think we can't doubt the quality time of any relationship. Every relationship needs quality time.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it ain't no different whether it's your significant other, your kids, whomever, right? Like,
I feel like you loving me right now. What's up?
Nah, you just want to cut
up. Loving me, little subliminal messages.
Anyway, so it was a boycott talking about the people at Walmart. They wanted to boycott Walmart. Some people wanted to boycott Walmart, saying some things about Walmart, and it led me into a conversation where I said, what's worse, what's more dangerous for a company to be, have a monopoly or be too big to fail?
What do you mean by too big to fail?
Like, you know, like say for instance a company like say for instance Walmart employ 25% of the American population. They too big to fail. Like these companies, these big banks and stuff, that when we had bailouts and stuff like that, like instead of them paying their money back, like the GMs, the Fords, or whichever one of the car dealerships, they too big to fail. We can't let them fail. If they fail, it's going to hurt America too much. So we don't allow them to fail. We don't have them pay these loans and stuff back.
Okay, so I get it. And I think that, so in South Florida, right, a long time, there was, you know, a petition against Walmart. They could not come in South Florida, right? Because they have a lot of mom and pop shops, you know, small businesses. And of course, when a company like that comes in, the business is gone. Everybody's flocking to Walmart. Yeah. Everybody, well, I wouldn't say every single person.
But they cheaper.
You know.
Yeah, because
they would lose business. They would lose business and go under.
Yeah, they buried the mom and pops.
Yeah, so they, you know, for a long time, that was so. And they couldn't have Walmarts within a certain amount of miles from different areas. I think that should still stand throughout America because you still have small businesses who offer services that Walmart offers or who sell products that Walmart offers. However, they're going to be sunk. They're going to sink under the table because of Walmart. So where's their chance to survive?
I agree, but it wasn't so much of whether or not Walmart. So let's put a feather in that, and we're going to come right back to that. But what I'm saying is like, out of companies that have a monopoly, like for instance, like when Microsoft, when they had to break up Microsoft, they're like, you got too much stuff. Monopoly, break it up. You know what I'm saying? What's worse for the country? A company that has a monopoly, like Microsoft, they had to take over all the computer stuff, like how Facebook is taking over all the social media, not for Facebook, but Zuckerberg and the whole metaverse, all that stuff is taking over everything. Or what's worse, a company that's too big to fail?
I don't know how to answer that, really.
So I'm going to say that, and you can kind of maybe...
Because you're going to have to explain to me, you mean too big to fail?
Like those companies that's too big to fail, like all those companies, like those big car companies, Walmart's one of them. These companies, like, we can't let them fail because of the tank our economy. I feel like that's...
You're saying what's worse about that?
What's worse for the country, to have a company have a monopoly or to have a company be too big to fail? I feel as those
would be the too big to fail.
I feel as though it's too big
to fail. If they are providing X amount of jobs, you know, then we need that obviously for the economy. So I would say, I would definitely say that.
Well, so before I used to think it was a monopoly, right? Because if somebody got a monopoly, then they can kind of lock it up, right? Like say for instance, if like Verizon took over all the cell phones and it was just Verizon could charge us whatever they want. So it's like, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So now we're getting our shit pushed in. We can't afford nothing because Verizon is now saying, you know what? it's $1,000 a month for one line. And then what you gonna do? Not have a cell phone?
Because there's nowhere else to go.
So now they changed our whole economy by doing that. We don't have anyone else to stop, and now we asking the government to like break up that company or something like that.
The Bell Souths and all.
Yeah, something like that. But then again, I thought about too big to fail is also just as bad. Because say for instance, you got a company like Walmart, and let's say they employing a quarter of the population. Mm-hmm. So let's say we let them fail, like we shut them down or we stop them from doing business, or we have them do something. Now you got 25% of the American population out of a job. Yeah. So it's really tough, like, because like monopoly ain't that bad depending on what it is. Like if you got a monopoly on fake plants, like all the fake plants come from fake plant company, I don't give a fuck.
That's you though. Somebody else.
But what I'm saying is like that's not changing the world. Like I mean that's not changing the country by one company got a monopoly on fake plants.
So I think that so the to resolve all of that, I do think that they should put in practice things to prevent them from becoming a monopoly. You know,
yeah, but how do you keep it from becoming too big to fail? We got things to keep companies from becoming a monopoly, but we don't. What do we have to keep companies from getting too big to fail?
Because if they're too big to fail, they're already a monopoly.
No, that's not necessarily true.
How so?
Because like with car companies, like certain car companies, they got bailed out, right? Like I forgot if it's GM, Ford, or Daimler Chrysler or whatever. They're not a monopoly. Like if GM shuts down completely, they're not a monopoly. You still got Ford trucks, you got Dodge trucks, you got everything else. You know what I'm saying? Now if you had a place like when Microsoft, when they were trying to take over everything, that's a monopoly. When it's like I own all this shit. Like, or if all the fake plants came from fake plant company, or all the stores, if all the supermarkets became Walmarts, that would be a monopoly.
So how do you protect those companies? Is what you're asking?
No, so monopolies. We have checks. Yeah, we got checks. I'm talking about the too big to fail.
So how do you protect those? Is what you're asking?
Yeah, that's genuine.
I don't know. I think that's what they need to figure out. They ain't got. My name is not Legislative Fox.
Legislative Fox.
Okay? I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because I don't have an idea about what they can do.
Because you know, like, because what happens is like you had a company like, so say for instance a company got a monopoly, right, and they up here like, oh we're too big to fail. What happens is they do the same thing that other companies do. If you got a monopoly, you're like, oh, well, that's dangerous because you could charge whatever you want. But too big to fail means like, oh, I could just have shitty business practices, and if this shit go tits up, y'all got to bail us out. Like the government, you come bail us out, and on top of that, we're not gonna pay you back.
So yeah, so just like you would have the checks and balances for the monopoly, would have to be something similar. Then
it can't be. I don't know how it's not something because the checks and balances for monopoly is okay. Fox, you bought a bunch of furniture, and you want to buy all the furniture places, and now it's just gonna be Fox Furniture. That's the only way you get furniture in your house unless you build it yourself or call an Amish dude. Is call Fox Furniture. That's a monopoly. So what they'll do is say like, oh, Fox Furniture, you can't go buy Ashley Stewart's or something like that. Like you can't go buy none of this stuff. It's like, no, nope, you're done. We're not gonna allow that merger and requisition to happen. Right? Like, you know what I mean? There's government entities that step in. But as far as a company getting too big to fail, it's like if you employ enough people, like Amazon could get to that point where they're too big to fail. You know what I'm saying? So if Amazon already don't pay a lot in taxes, in fact, I was looking at Amazon taxes, they got back like, I want to say in like 17, 18 or something like that, they got back like $126 million in tax returns. Like how we get tax returns, they got 126, then like 137 million in tax returns. So you know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering from that standpoint, when people say that, it's like, I almost think I'm more worried about companies becoming too big to fail. Because that almost goes in line with the monopoly. You know what I'm saying? Because when the Walmarts come in, what I'm saying is it comes close.
That's what I just
it comes close, but there's a difference. Yeah. There's still a difference, right? Like you can do both, but they are mutually exclusive. Mm-hmm. So now what you were saying about
what we would do to protect the company from
becoming too
failing,
big.
Yeah.
Not from failing, but becoming too big.
Regulated, and it would have to take a different entity to come in and regulate that.
I don't know. Now you made my ass itch talking about government coming in and regulating.
I mean, it would have to be some kind of agency to regulate that.
Next topic, government regulation makes my own. Give me indigestion. Government regulation. So what we was talking about, you saying about Walmart saying that what was you saying? We said we were gonna put a feather in it.
That you can't just Walmart's just not going to be allowed everywhere.
So
just like in South Florida, like I was saying.
Well, the issue with that is that we're a capitalistic country, and that's our rise and our downfall. Because when you look at capitalism, if you just look at it like mathematically on paper, Don't worry about it. Just slam that book on the floor. Don't worry about that, Fox. No, don't look shy now. Want me to grab that for you? Hold on, everybody, as I lean over to grab Fox's book. War the World by H.G. Wells. Did you read that, Fox?
Nope.
I did. So, I don't even know what he's talking about.
Capitalism.
Oh, so capitalism works great within when you're not dealing with finite resources or a deficit. Mm-hmm. Now, for instance, like if you put, say you put 1 million pieces of gold out in the field, and then me and you can go and get as much gold as we want within an hour period every day, and they put a new 1 million pieces of gold out there in the field. Now, that isn't an issue because we're not going to be able to get so much gold in an hour. You know what I'm saying? Now, the capitalism of it is because I work harder, because I can carry more stuff than you, because I'm physically just stronger than you and faster than you, that I will get more gold.
Right.
So that capitalism works in that case. But when you're talking about finite resources, you can almost compare it to water. Say it's me, you, and 6 other people, and we all got a gallon of water. Mm-hmm. Well, for me to have more than a gallon, y'all got to have less than a gallon if it's a finite resource. Yeah. Right. So, and that becomes the issue with it. So with these companies, I think people, what people got to realize too is like, if you don't want these companies, if everybody's so upset about these big companies doing everything, don't spend your money there, they'll go away.
Yes. But that's the thing. So just like voting, right? You have those that's on the ballot, you know, to prevent them from coming in to monopolize this area, right? And the people, oh yeah, no, it's not good. Mrs. Sriracha's whatever company is going under. Oh, she's closing. She's out of business. Or she's going out of business. But here I go to Walmart. You know, so we have to condition ourselves or recondition ourselves to do something different from what we're already doing. If you care that much, then show you care.
Yeah, because you're talking about boycott Walmart. It's like, all right, so where'd you get your groceries from? Did you go to Winn-Dixie? Did you go to the little mom and pop shop? Did you go to the meat market? Did you go to the local butcher? Did you go to the farmer's market?
Do whatever you were doing before Walmart came.
Yeah. People see Walmart, then they're just like, oh, boom. When you send your money to Walmart, you put the mom and pop shop out. Also, too, a lot of the things that we ask for on the flip end of it, when you do the math on it, doesn't work in a perspective, too, because we'll say, oh, we don't want Walmart around. But then we'll say something like, we need to push minimum wage up. But then guess what happens when you push minimum wage up? Amazon can take that hit because the whole Amazon delivery page is a loss leader. Amazon got a whole bunch of other shit going on. That's why Amazon could be on there and be like, oh, how much you sell this cup for? $10? Okay, we're going to buy this cup from you, and we're going to sell it for $8 just to put you out of business. We could do that because that's a loss leader with Amazon. So the same thing happened with when you're dealing with like a Walmart. They're like, oh, okay, you want minimum wage to be $15 an hour? Cool. We'll make minimum wage $15 an hour. Well, Sarah and them's meat market, they can't afford to do $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But now the people who work there are also struggling. So they're like, well, I can stay here and be loyal to the mom and pop shop and get $10 an hour, or I can go to Walmart and get $15 or $3 more, whatever. Right? So we sit there in those cases, and it's just like we're in the everlasting cycle of we done screwed the pooch. It ain't no saving the human race.
Catch-22s all over the place.
Yeah, ain't no saving us out there. It's absolutely.
That's sad to think about too. You know.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta give up on humanity. No, ain't no we can do. Give up on humanity. Give it up. Give it up. Let the nukes fly, burn this whole shit down, start over. I understand where anarchists come from. How are we going to come back from how far that we done fell off? Is the only way we're going to do it is literally if everything started over. Because like even when people say like, well, if the U.S., if we just did stuff different, like about the military and everything else, and we don't got a military, I hope your Rosetta Stone game fire. Because you about to be speaking Russian or Mandarin, Chinese, something real soon. You know what I'm saying? So say what you want about that. But ain't nobody about to be like, oh, it's cool. Y'all stop doing all that fuck shit y'all was doing. All right, don't worry about it, America. China gonna be like, hey, don't worry about that 40% of your GDP that you owe me. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. Y'all changed y'all way.
Something like that were to happen, Russia come in and do what they do. I think that it's going to be ultimately China because they're going to come in right when Russia's just like, oh, we just did it. No, you didn't. Boop. Here you go.
But I think the flip side of it, even with China, is like, I think China and Russia will have to decide together, like, all right, we're going to take this. Like, Russia, you take Alaska. We're going to take California or
But at the end of the day, they're still going to fight for the entire thing, though.
Yeah. They're going to have to do something like that. Either way, that don't bode well for us. We're going to be the ones in the middle getting cooked.
Do it. Yeah, you're going to do it. Do it all the way.
Hey, because and then China got to have you got to have some type of like you want to see us do all right, because we owe you a lot of money. And if you roll us over, we ain't paying none of that shit back.
But you know what? Hey, you got somebody else new in who's gonna take over and do what they supposed to do.
Nah, ain't nobody bigger than Russia, China, and the U.S.
No, I'm talking about Russia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was about to say, I thought you said somebody from fucking Singapore about to come in here like, get their ass stumped. Everybody getting up out of here. But keep it a buck. I think everybody too prideful in the whole thing, and we just gonna nuke this whole thing. Because you know what? I'm telling you right now. Think of how sore losers people are with just everything. If anybody losing, whoever losing in this war when we had World War III, whoever losing is gonna be like, well, on my way out, boop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Missiles everywhere, right? So
terrible.
I don't know, but I think the realness is kind of like, that's why I say, like, people, you realistically got to take an idea of it and think like every empire comes to an end.
Yep.
Every empire comes to an end. So I think we got to accept the fact that, like, hey, it ain't gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm American as fuck, so you know when the bullets start flying, your boy out here Call of Duty with no respawn.
Here we go.
Just saying. Just saying though. All right, so
what y'all got going on in the chat? Y'all mighty quiet tonight. Y'all just listening. Y'all have y'all listening hats on. As the
listening ears.
Your listening hats on.
What kind of teachers you had?
That's what they would say.
What kind of soft ass teachers you had?
Put your listening hats. Oh no, thinking caps.
Thinking caps. Yeah, that's what I was like. Listening hat. Like, the fuck ears on the side of my head. What the fuck this hat gonna do? dumbass Florida teachers.
First of all, my teachers were very intelligent.
Were they with thinking hats? Or, I mean, with your listening hats on?
I have influences.
Y'all was like Arthur when he put the headphones on the side of his head and his fucking ears sticking up, not in the headphones. That shit came straight out of Florida.
That's funny. That's funny.
That shit came straight out of Florida. Up in there, like, put on your listening hat. Ears up here, like, listening hat. Fuck out of here, man. Get him out of here. Yo, why you talk about the fuck shit? You know, old Gina from Martin. What's her name? Tina Campbell? Tisha Campbell. I'm thinking Gina. And I mix it all up. So she was in, fuck. I want to say Broward, but I'm thinking about Florida. Texas. She was in Texas, but I was trying to remember the place. But it started with a B, I want to say. So she was in Texas. And she was somewhere filming something that ain't nobody talking about or whatever. So... And I don't know what this is.
Like that?
I'm just saying because, all right, I'm going to cook on the end. I'm going to go ahead and just let it simmer right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and get on my bullshit on the back end. All right, so she said that she went to, she was at a hotel. She asked for, they didn't have an Uber. Small town, they didn't have like Uber, Lyft, nothing. Mm-hmm. She asked for a cab number. The whoever the person was, the receptionist, gave her a cab number. She called the cab number. They pull up, real janky car, no back seat. And they talking about get in the car. And she like, nah, get out of here, this and that. So she get away or whatever. And then she get on go straight to social media and say like, yo, human trafficking is real, and people out here trying to kidnap people and do this, that, and the third, da 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 da. So I don't remember the name. Let's say it's Broward County, right? Just because Florida County I can think of, right? So everybody's trashing the police department. They like, y'all trash, y'all ain't do this and that, da, 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 da. So, you know, they go to the news and they like, look, we held an investigation. You know what I'm saying? We held an investigation. We did this and that. We can't find a hotel that said that she even stayed there. We've been reaching out to her. We can't get a hold of her. We were more than happy if she gave us some details. We would be more than happy to go ahead and tell her like, yo, you know, look into this case and really validate it. But as of right now, we don't have nothing to go on. Nobody said she was there the whole nine. So, you know, they was getting thrashed, but my whole thing is, and they said she only got a police report in.
So no police report. No hotel that said that she.
They can't. They say they can't find
one. That would be easy to find in a small town.
I'd imagine so.
So
I don't know if it was a small town. I'm just assuming if you don't got Uber and Lyft, it's a small town.
Right. Ish. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have Uber and Lyft here.
This is a small town.
We have a cab company.
This is a small town.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. So, and we know all the hotels here on one strip of road. And anything else that ain't on that strip of road is by the hour. Yes. So, I smell.
Smell a little juicy.
Juicy.
A little juicy smollett. Think she out here with that juicy fruit?
Yes. That's crazy. Maybe she wants to be relevant. She should listen. She should really watch his trial and see that's not going to bode well for her if that, in fact, is
I'm going to just say,
true.
What's the last thing she did?
Stuff, Probably.
Let's look it up right quick. Last thing.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, because it's the same thing that happened with everything. What's her name? Tisha Campbell. Why I keep saying Tina? Tisha Campbell.
Martin. Tisha Campbell Martin.
No, I know. It said Tisha Campbell.
Martin is her.
Oh, she married another person named Martin.
Dwayne Martin.
Oh, yeah. Tisha Campbell is Brownsville is the place. Brownsville, New York is like what I think of Brownsville. Lord. Tisha Campbell, last anything.
You can't search last anything.
Last fucking.
She said she was filming last movie.
What she film? What you filming? She might have been filming for OnlyFans.
Maybe. Oh my God.
Fuck out of here.
Maybe she went into producing or something like that behind the scenes. If she was doing like a movie, maybe a low budget movie or. So
tell me about the last movie. Tell me about the last. No. Tell me something about.
If she's directing.
Tell me anything about it that she did besides Martin. Tell me something besides Martin.
I don't know.
Yeah, I be feeling like when people don't be having the buzz. She's not an
A-list celebrity, so I don't know. I don't even know what a lot of A-lists are doing. So it doesn't even. I'm the wrong person to ask for that.
I'm just saying anything besides Martin.
I mean, she was on.
Don't talk about House Party. Don't go to House Party.
In my head. With School Days. She's on School Days when she and I can't remember the darn name of it. That's back in the 80s, though. 90s.
Okay, so let me see. Okay. So we got her discography here.
Hairspray. It was like a rendition of Hairspray.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that no more. We're gonna stop there. So we're gonna say that she got it off in the 90s because she did a couple house parties. Homeward Bound, Lost in San Francisco, Snitch, Sprung, The Sweetest Gift,
I don't
Down
even
to
know
Earth,
any of those movies.
The Last Place on Earth.
I don't know those.
Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I don't even remember her being in that.
Zack and Miri Make a what?
A porno.
What's that? Is that an X-rated movie?
No, it's not. You perv. Get your mind out the gutter.
It says porno. Like, what the hell do you think?
Nah, it's not an X-rated movie. Pastor Brown, Right versus Wrong, Lemonade Mouth. Let me just tell you, this discography sounded real G-list.
Okay, I know Lemonade
Blind
Mouth.
Spotting. Okay. Simone Biles' Story, Courage to Soar.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was in that, but that's probably
The Finest, The J-Team. And then on television, she was on Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken. That don't sound good.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. 2021. Be someone. She was on Inside Job. The TV show Inside Job. It's an American adult animated. So she was probably a voice actor or something. Anyway, I'm just saying, if my shit wasn't popping like that, if my shit wasn't popping like that too, I might pull a Juicy Smollett too.
Listen, she's filming something, so
cool. But I'm just saying, if you was there, I'm just saying how you. And then it's the other thing, right? Let's say I was dumb enough that I didn't file a police report. Some shit like this happened, I didn't file a police report. Okay, cool. What I ain't gonna do is have Brownsville, Texas, over here trashing my name, talking about some I ain't do this and that. I'm about to show them, like, if I did file a police report, since you went to social media, take a picture of it. Put it on social media, so docket number and everything.
Now that I'm looking, listening to this, what I see is she called the cab company. Some janky mobile rolled up and probably was like, "I'm the cab, get in." It probably wasn't even a big old deal, you know. Cool. I don't think it was a big deal. They probably just like, "Get in, I'm the cab company." She's like, "Hell no, I ain't getting in. What you talking about?" Then walked in and made a big scene about it on social media like it was something more than what it actually was. That's why it was no need to file a police report. I'm certain if they would have came out the car and accosted her, I think that would have been a police report. But it probably was something like that, just like, get in the car. And she was like, "Oh, no, I ain't going to do it," and went into the hotel.
Yeah, so that probably wasn't even the cab.
Yeah, it probably, she just made it bigger than what it was, I think. So I think that's the reason why you don't have a police report.
I think that's why you don't got a discography either.
That's why she didn't have a film.
Fuck out of here. I ain't trying all that shit. That shit sound real juicy.
But that's juicy. What it is, though. Yes, you got to create the controversy. You have to create controversy.
You know what, though?
Stay relevant.
This is what the crazy thing is, man. Like, why can't you just create some heat? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like people start shitting on Nas.
They don't trust how to do that.
People start shitting on Nas. And Nas came back with King's Dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nas start coming back with some heat. Like, if you want to come back with something, come back with some heat. Because you got a little notoriety. If you put out some heat and you got any type of notoriety, people going to be like, "Oh,
that's
what's the name come back?"
Right.
Yeah, like, all you got to do is come back with some heat. It don't matter. Anybody you think that's borderline irrelevant. Like, ain't nobody really talking about Bobby Shmurda a lot except that he dancing his ass off everywhere they see him. Let Bobby Shmurda drop some fire right now.
I don't even know who that is. We have a moment of silence, or like what?
Yeah, we have a moment of silence for your youth.
I don't know who Bobby Shmurda
Having a moment
is.
of silence for your
What kind
youth.
of damn name is that anyway?
Bobby Shmurda, the type of name that gets you 9 years in jail. And you know what I mean when you say murder around the kids, like I'm a Shmurda.
Like they ain't smart enough to know what that is.
I'll show you who Bobby Shmurda is after the podcast. I forgot you're a city girl from the South. What else? It was one more that you had, right?
In our homeland.
Oh, actually, get to the shenanigans with the can't make the shit up then.
So what are y'all doing in the chat? I see y'all looking. What y'all looking ass? What's up? Hi everybody. Hello. How are you? How's your evening going?
They were real quiet. They ain't feeling Fox.
I wake up not feeling it every day almost. So
fair enough.
All right. With the program.
Can't make this shit up. Yo, B Rabbit came through with this one. Traffic police pulled over an 84-year-old man and discovered he had been driving without a license since he was 12 years old.
God, dog. Are you serious?
Dead ass.
What?
Hey, yo, that is...
What? I need to see his skill level because...
Obviously, he nice.
Exactly.
He nice with it.
He been driving since 12. He ain't get caught yet.
Never got pulled over.
Ever.
Who registering the cars? Like, who do you get to register the car for you when you're 84 years old and you're like, hey, baby, hit me. 84. I just dropped that article.
That's crazy.
Yeah, think about that. 84-year-old man.
Oh, my God.
Driving without a license.
84?
84 years old and driving to yourself.
That's crazy. He got skills. That's all I have to say. Never got pulled over.
Listen, this in the UK. It turns out you can outrun the law, but only for 72 years.
Hey, this reminds me of what my 5th grade reading teacher used to say. You can
get
always do what you want, but not for as long as you want. And that's the truth.
Yeah, he said police pulled over an 84-year-old driver in Bulwell, UK. This week only to discover he didn't have a valid driver's license. Ever.
Never, ever.
Ever. Get on my level, Like, the retired man who police said had trouble standing and hearing admitted that he'd been driving without a license or insurance since he was 12 years old.
Or insurance.
Or insurance.
God, he dope.
Let me just tell you,
save. You know how much money he saved?
What? if he had to counted that money up and just put that in the savings account, I know he got bail.
How much money he saved?
Yo,
never, ever.
Thankfully, he had never had an accident, caused anyone an injury, and never made anyone lose out financially by hitting them while uninsured.
Ain't no thankfully. That man was blessed. Okay,
ain't no
he
blessed.
was covered. That's what
caught by a traffic cam by cross-referencing databases. I'm afraid of what kind of technology can lead, or where that kind of technology can lead. That's what somebody said. Don't kid yourself. The tech is already here in the U.S. We just aren't as open about it. How do you think the FBI tracked down all the people in the crowd on January 6th?
I have questions.
Okay.
So, a traffic cam caught him. What were they looking for? So
traffic cams can pick up on anything. They might have ran the plates and then did whatever, and then between facial data and all that, them traffic cams can run everything.
Yeah, but you have to have a record to have that facial recognition come up like boom, boom, ping something about.
I don't know. Maybe they crossed it across the like driver's database where it's like we all got a picture in there.
Like he not even a driver. Who is?
We ain't even got a picture of you.
Yes. Okay. So possibly.
Okay. Or whatever. Or maybe it just ran the plates and it was something about the plates. I don't really know exactly what got him.
That's crazy though. 84 years old since 12. You riding these streets since 12 years old.
Bro, you might
all kind of buggies you've been riding. You don't seen horses to automobiles.
They said police. Yeah. 84.
He been riding.
He been riding. Like you talking about 84 years? I mean 72 years. It's like dog. 72 years.
72.
So you talking about like World War II ended and you was just like,
like he was horse and buggy in it.
Nah, World War II, you pulling off. What's happening? Well, no, he wasn't horse and buggy. He been driving since he was 12. First of all, I think people now look older at a young age than like back in the day. Like right now,
it's the food.
The way me and you looked at 16 was way beyond what our grandparents looked like at 16. And our kids at 16, like when I look at my 18-year-old, it's like, this dude a grown man.
Yeah.
Like this dude 6'4", 200-something pounds with a beard, dreads.
Our bodies.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, so he was 12 when 12-year-olds look like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody think about pulling him over. Like, you saw him coming through or something like that, all up on, you know what I mean? He probably a little dude in there. Hey, and then face glued to the front like Mario Kart. Like,
Or maybe he's a taller guy. He looked like he just got his permit. Back then, they wasn't doing no permits anyway. I don't think so.
I don't know what that
Or they didn't care, probably. It wasn't as serious as it is now, though, that's for sure.
Man,
nuts. I wish I had his skills.
Why, so you can save on car insurance?
I mean, so I can save on car insurance.
Let me tell you something.
Geico ain't doing it for me.
How many accidents you been in the last 5 years, Fox?
I haven't been in, I have been one accident. I've been in one accident.
I ain't say nothing. Why you guilt? Hey, calm your spirit. Calm your guilt.
One accident.
One accident.
No.
Yeah.
Each.
Just imagine. What was going on in the 1950s?
I wasn't there.
I mean, like history-wise.
I don't recall that life if I was there.
Yeah, that was after World War II. Before now. And this dude's riding around 12 years old. Like, yeah.
In one of those. Yeah.
Just in the UK, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And we got the same technology here. But, like, they press so much about the technology here. How much crime is we really just letting go then? Because it's a whole lot of people I know that's riding around and they had insurance and all this other stuff. And if we was ahead of the times, I'm telling you right now, a young man known as me in his 20s was riding around real dirty in the early 2000s. Like, I'm talking about,
I guess it's just, where you are. People, the boys used to steal cars on my block. Like, they ain't never used to get caught. So and they was young, like I was young, same age.
Did they do it for 72 years?
Talking about 14, 15. No, they ain't do it for 72 years, though.
You can do what you want.
Legal, but not for as long as you want.
Not as long as you want.
That's right. That's true.
That reminds me of my mother ex-boyfriend, this dude named James. Cool as a fan, right? Mm-hmm. And that dude used to always say, in this voice right here, you can get by, but you can't get away.
That's right.
That's his thing right there. He's like, you can get by,
you ain't
gonna get away.
That's right. Hey.
Get by. Like, nah, that's wild, though. Right. At 72 years, he's out here riding dirty.
Hey, that reminds me, too. I like that stuff. Send me what y'all grand folks used to say or whatever saying that you had. I want to know what it is because I'm telling you.
Throw in the old ass
these people, these older people, these experienced people.
They be having some fire.
Yes.
Because,
Jewels.
Because your boy, I'm dropping old man shit all day. I'm talking about something. You asked me how old I was when I did that, when I was knee high to a grasshopper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you think you gonna do this and that? That ain't nothing slick to a can of oil. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with all this shit. Hey, oh man, he must be over there smoking them drugs. High as giraffe pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I am with all the old
ass. What y'all heard, all these sayings. Yeah, I like them. I don't know why.
You could drop in some of the old ass ones. Then you had one more Fox. You had something. Remind me later.
No, we was just talking. We're gonna save that for next.
I guess I could save this one for another one. But damn, I got one. My boy John sent me for.
What was that?
I could use it for can't make this shit up.
I mean, we could run two of them.
All right, we'll run two of them. We had 40 something, so we good.
We'll run another one.
We'll run another one. So
nobody's saying anything, so
yeah.
So then you're just gonna listen.
So what we got here? Florida boy, not Florida man, but Florida boy.
Oh,
Florida boy. Florida.
Good boy.
Wake the dog up.
Oh shit.
You awake?
No, he's still asleep.
Leave that dog alone.
As soon as we say that or GIRL, that's it. The thing is treat time.
Don't even say that. Come on, you wildin'. You saying all the buzzwords, Pee Wee Herman.
Ain't no treat. Ain't that smart?
Anyway, Florida boy reels in a 50 caliber Barrett sniper rifle while fishing.
Wow. Let me tell you whose weapon, who is not about to get away with this crime. I'm telling you. They thought, hey, you can always do what you want, but not for as long as you want. Hey, yeah. They about to get caught.
Over a balmy winter weekend in South Miami-Dade, Florida, down in your side. Down in your side, right? So a young boy and his grandfather set out to fish along a canal. What they reeled in weren't fish, but holy mackerel were they a catch?
Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel. Hey, whoever wrote that, when he typed that in, he was like, but funny. Holy mackerel. And then he turned, it was like.
That was funny. I made it funny.
So they pulled in 2, not 1.
Oh, wow.
2 50 cal Barrett sniper rifles while magnet fishing, the Miami Herald reports.
Let me tell you how much trouble these people who own these rifles are going to be in.
I'm going to go ahead and guarantee, if I had to bet my left nut
who
right
got
now.
shot with 50 cal?
Ain't nobody. I'm going to say that those guns was not nobody's personal gun. I don't get that is either something where.
Who was shot with a 50 cal, though?
Recently?
No, anytime. They need to go back and look at that because that's going to be the weapon right there.
Possibly.
Both of those. Oh, my God.
So Smith and Cadwallader went out on the magnetic rods after viewing a YouTube video on it and decided to drop lines in the C-102 canal. What?
I'm just like, the universe has a way of like, shit catch up with you.
Yeah.
It just catches up with you. It's not worth it.
We ended up with 2 pounds of scrap metal and 40 pounds of gun.
40 pounds of
Smith told the Miami Herald, I figured it was our first time. This was beginner's luck. But luck struck twice, and the pair pulled out a second rifle.
Oh, wow.
1 drop after the first. The Barretts had so much mass, Smith noted, the magnet went straight to him. Smith is 61. He formerly served with Army Infantry. Said that he was interested in the firearms lower receivers where the serial numbers are typically located. He immediately called the police. Whoever did this is not your run-of-the-mill criminal, said Smith.
Exactly.
It looked like it was something that someone wanted to come back for. First of all, if y'all pulled it up like that and they ain't even bag it, nothing, did they have a covenant cosmoline?
They wouldn't come back for that.
I don't know. They might have came back for that. I mean, I can get that gun up and running this weekend. But I'm just saying, so you got
That's nuts. I can't believe it. Somebody about to get their ass caught.
Yeah, the guns are currently being processed at the local forensics lab.
Bet. And they're going to find out who it belonged to.
This was far from the first time people have magnet fishing and found old weapons. This YouTube video shows the discovery of an old Nazi MG-42 machine gun from World War II.
That's crazy. From World War II?
It's crazy.
Where is this at? It's in South Florida?
I don't know where the YouTube video's from, but the original people, they're from South Florida.
Yeah.
Yo, so first of all, I'm just going to say that if I had found 2 50 cal Barretts at the bottom of the ocean, they would be covered in oil right now in my garage. Like, I'm not, what you mean? What you mean? You know, I would have came home and I would have been like, baby.
Yeah, I know you would. Ouch. My thighs hurt.
Thighs. Hey, I would have came in and I would have been like, hey, baby, you won't believe it. You know how I told you I wanted to buy a new 338 LaPool?
I ain't got to.
I got 2 50 cals.
250
with
optics.
optics.
Not one.
2.
That's crazy. They asked about to get caught. I'm interested. I'm going to follow this because that's interesting. I want to know who it is. I want to know who or whose is this?
I would have took them 250s to be in a gun safe right now, and then I'd be out there next weekend waiting for the coke to show up.
Coke, right? Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the money and everything else to show up. Like, catch y'all listening to that.
I hope whoever, I mean, maybe they don't even know about this yet.
That they lost, like they lost their 50 cal?
No. Not that they lost it. They probably ain't even keeping up with the story or nothing like that. Probably ain't heard about it yet. They about to get caught in a few. And that's going to be funny.
I don't know. I think, even with the serial number, I don't know. These might just be stolen. They had glass on them and everything, so.
That's like beyond coincidence.
Catch 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Pew, pew. They still look like they were pretty. Like this picture of them, keep it a buck. This picture of them right here.
That look pretty.
It don't look bad.
That look pretty.
Like it still got glass on it with the sight covers or whatever, and it got a little wear and tear on the turrets, as if like it got some use on it. But I don't know if that's just a wear from sitting under there. But even the
what would be a reason why you would throw a 50 cal into a swamp? A swamp that you think nobody would ever find it in besides the gators. They're going to be too scared to go into to even discover it. That you never thought.
They still got the mag in it.
Magnetic fishing would uncover.
Hey, yo, first of all, let's keep it a buck. If I was doing something with a 50 cal, where I was about to go do something like, I don't know anything. First of all, ain't nothing like you see the tank break on the end of that barrel.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing quiet about shooting 50 cal. You don't shoot a 50 cal. It ain't one of them things like when we put the 22 in the yard, want to go shoot a squirrel, we put the can on it, nobody hear it. All you hear is the action go back and forth. Now, when the 50 cal go off, everybody know 50 cal went off.
This is crazy.
So it's not like you shot and was like, ooh, shit getting real, throw it in the lake. It's like, and if I'm about to shoot somebody with a 50 and I might need to get rid of it,
I want to know the story behind it.
I'm not having no serial number still on it.
When they find out who it belongs to, I want to know the story behind all of it. This is crazy.
Wild boy.
That's dope. He found that.
Wild boy.
I would say though, he need to watch his back for a while though.
The dude who turned it in?
Yes.
He's 61.
Oh, well, his grandson need to watch it.
They ain't put his name. You see, they ain't say much about him.
Right. He said him and his grandson went, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Wild.
Oh, what we got?
Nah, I was looking. Oh.
Can't make this up.
Gun to your head.
It's over.
Good job.
And
nice
this
save.
is a gun to your head.
Let's run it.
All right, so we have a gun to your head.
Gun to your head.
Sponsored by a listener. And it says, gun to your head. Would you rather have average sex every day for the rest of your life or great sex once a year for the rest of your life? The only time you would have sex.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Let me see. Average sex or
cheek cracking, thundering sex.
I'm going to have average sex.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. I'm going to have average sex. I don't need the cheek cracking, thundering sex once a year. I'm waiting 364 days just to get that. I'm like, nah, I got a lot of days in between. Who knows if I'm going to even make it to that time frame to get the rest of it in. Nah, I'm good. I'll do average, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I can't get out of it. I'm a proud owner of the Rose toy now. I will make it work. This fruit fly is flying over my wine. I just want to thank you. I hope you got him. Yeah, I got him. You ain't get him. I just see him.
He did. He right there. Dead. You want the pieces?
No.
Fuck. All right. So if I was a woman.
That was mean.
What?
That was mean.
What was mean?
Fuck.
I don't know what's going on right now. But if
he said that was mean.
If I was a woman, I would definitely pick the cheek cracking, thundering sex.
Why? Well, you're not a woman, so that discount.
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you right.
Way.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I got to crack cheeks 365, it's gonna be average sex anyway.
Listen, we ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I'm talking about every day, like no days off.
Didn't it? Proud owner of the Rose toy.
Nah.
Okay. There's also
365
other different toys that you can purchase to get you where you need to be. However, ain't nobody trying to wait a whole one day out of the year to get the best sex of their life. No. Because then what happens tomorrow
I'm not even talking about
when you want it? So it's not about being the one. What would you do as a man?
No, I'm telling you right now. No, I'm saying as a man, if I have to crack cheeks every day, I'm telling you, as a man, if I got to crack cheeks every day, it's going to be average anyway.
You said, as a woman, I would take
it. Yo, as a woman, I take that route because y'all got all the gadgetry and you got to go inspect the gadget fucking.
You would take one day out of a year as a woman?
If I was a woman, but as a man, I'm probably going to take a year because I'm telling you right now.
Thank God you ain't a woman because that won't work out.
Hey, well, if you was a man and I was a woman and I said once a year, what you about to force yourself upon me?
You ain't saying that as no woman. So it don't even matter. Talking about.
Yo, real talk. I'm just telling you
women, we ain't saying that. Please get in the chat. Somebody, please.
Ain't
if
nobody
there's a woman in the chat, say, come on.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Y'all can't leave me like this.
I feel like it's redundant. It's a redundant question.
If you leave me like this, I don't like you. I'm going to just tell you now.
It's a redundant question.
Hang it up.
Because if I got to go at it 365 times in a year, it's going to be average anyway. Like you ain't got to put average on. Like they say about, oh, you got to have sex every day and it be average. It's gonna be average.
We have
every day.
Things. Ain't nobody waiting 364 days just to get great dick. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. Nope. It's too many toys for that. We ain't doing it. Just not.
365.
Just not. Celibacy for one day out the year.
Hey.
We're not gonna do that.
365, you get mid to Reggie dick. Ain't
great.
No loud.
And that's fine.
Okay.
We have toys to do the rest of what we need to have done.
That's y'all problem right there.
Okay.
Y'all be out here trying to build a man and
ain't nobody building
Amazon
no man.
cart.
It's just a toy. That's it.
It's just a toy.
It's just gonna do and get areas that nobody else can get right now, unfortunately.
Because you'll be getting average.
Because
I'm just break you off average. I don't think that question is not realistic. Because maybe if they had it did like great sex. What if it was great sex once a week?
It's a gun to your head. A gun to your head. What you choosing right now? What you choosing? You gonna kill yourself? Stop.
Nah, gun to your head. I'm so not into this question. I'm so not feeling this question. Sure, I give you average pipe for 365 days because that's what.
No. Don't worry about me. What would you do as a man? Okay, you're not a woman, so you can't say, "Oh well, if I was a woman, I would." Nah, forget. I
stop saying a woman. We not. I'm just talking as a man. We didn't let that go a while ago.
So as a man, what you gonna do?
I just said I'm giving you average pipe for every day of the year.
It's not about.
I just said what I'm doing. Like, what part of that don't you get? You over here.
Every day of the year except for one. You get one day off. Because that's when you're supposed to do great sex, and you can't do that. So
you saying I can't do that? Oh.
No, I'm saying that's the gun to your head.
Oh, it's about to be a gun to your head. Trying to play your boy out here. He can get out then. That's how you feel. Nah, I don't know. I be about it here, man. 300, yo, whatever. You can have that one, man.
What you gonna do?
I already said it. How many times you bullying me? How much wine in that damn glass? You bullying me right now. I need help. No. I need an adult. I need an adult.
No, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna give you.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's the sex
ways,
every day.
Though.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
All right, hit the music.
Sex goes both ways. You got somebody with phenomenal couche.
Couche.
And then couche. You gotta.
Is that like Tarjay?
Yes, couche. Okay. Phenomenal couche, and then you have that. What are you eating?
A camera lens.
I need an adult right now.
I need a fucking
toddler
adult
in here eating camera lenses.
No, toddlers out here like Chris eating goddamn boneless wings. You piece of shit, Chris.
Chris, when I call, I'm going to apologize on his behalf. Okay, Chris?
Don't. In fact, Chris not gonna be at work tomorrow. He'll be at work Friday.
So when I call Friday,
even though I'm not there, call and tell him
I'm like, Chris,
on behalf of Legend, you ain't shit.
I'm like, look, I apologize for his actions. That's what I'm gonna say.
Chris, kiss my whole ass.
No, he ain't.
Fuck you and 4 people that look like you.
You guys, thank you for watching and sitting with us in Uncle Legend.
365 days.
Of average pipe, that's right. We got other stuff to give us.
I won't be coming every day.
Okay, whatever you're gonna do.
Yo, take us out the podcast.
We're gonna talk
I'm tired thinking about
it. Podcast. Thank you for listening and sitting with us in Uncle Legend's Corner. Hit us up at unclelegend@gmail.com. Any gun to your head, any dad jokes, any old people saying. I say old people saying. Anyway, any folks saying, whatever you want to call it. Peace.
And I know a whole lot of y'all out there sitting there saying, "Oh man, I'll be doing crazy
they
shit 365 times."
Come on, y'all in the chat, y'all listening. What would y'all do? Gun to your head. You rather have great sex one time a year or average sex every day?
Ain't nobody out here with the broke homie dick. Ain't nobody leaving their dick on the charge. I got jobs.
It ain't about that though. You
jobs.
This hurt your soul. This question.
Jobs.
This question touched the nerve.
Fuck out of here. Unreasonable expectation.
That's not unreasonable expectation.
Podcast over.
We're not done talking to the people in the chat.
I'm stopping the audio.
You can't stop that. You can stop the audio.
I can't. Well, look at that. Look at that. I stopped the audio.
And we can talk to the people in the chat.
Ain't nobody in the chat. If y'all in the chat, please say something. Anything.
Y'all
just type out.
Today.
If you're afraid, get off of Facebook. You're afraid your name gonna go up. Go on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, something, Twitch, anything. They logging out. They're like,
I don't want to say nothing. Let me go log out. I see them numbers going down. Y'all scared? Anyway, let's end this.
You done?
Out, guys.
Fuck out of here.